Okay, we are back. Frost Prime this time. Do you want to build a snowman? Oh my god, sorry, I just had to do that. Anyways, so this is like the opposite of Ember. This is cold, obviously. And I think I have a very interesting build going on here. Before we start, I just want to say all the builds should and would be probably in the description, and they really should be. If not, then please correct me. Even though I don't make this mistake, but yeah, I really want you guys just to be able to have the build and go on with your day. I know this game has this thing where a lot of YouTubers, they spend 15 minutes talking before they show the build, and then they show it for 5 seconds, and everyone is frustrated, and I'm especially frustrated because I just want to get on with my damn day, right? So there you have it. My builds especially is not always the most they're really optimized, okay? For what they want to do, they are really optimized, okay? Really perfected, I think. But it's not meta per se always. I really like to explore a lot of different weapons and mods that not many people use, because I think it's kind of boring if you just do like Incarnate and Shieldgate on every weapon with the same mod setup, like every frame can level cap. It's kind of boring, you know. I really try to find synergies, so that's what this channel is mostly about. But I still think you should stick around, because it's always fun, and you can do like very like high level. You can do like basically all the star chart, okay, and deep Archimedia, and you know it's no biggie. I think my builds are really strong, and I hope you guys find some inspiration. And let's just get on with it then. So Frost Prime has really bad base energy. It's like really bad. Let's see, these give 75, so that's 225. So that's a little bit about 100 base energy for max rank Frost Prime. And you need to remember that Prime Flow and Flow, they scale like percentage wise, so you only get like 200-300 energy, which is really bad. This is like Ash tire problem. I think he has a little bit more than Ash actually, but he's still on the bottom of the list compared to other frames with their base energy. So I think you get great value from shards, and 3 shards should be enough, right? Because we have ways to fix our energy issues. And then we have 2 for casting speed, mainly because some of his abilities are a bit spammy. You see and this is really slow, and this is kind of slowish, and this is kind of slowish. So casting speed is great. This is the build I use. Please wait. You're waiting. Here we go. You have Argon Stretch for some energy, and you have Energize, so this is how we fix our energy problems. You really want range on this build, and strength a little, and you also get more strength from more augment. This augment grants you Overguard, which is really great, and this actually revolutionized Frost, which is kind of funny. Because you get a lot of Overguard, and your team gets it too, and this gives you critical chance and critical damage when they're frozen, which is just insane, okay? Like frozen enemies get 200% critical chance and critical damage, and rest of the mods is just strength and range, right? I also had this build usually back in the day, which is kind of memey. I was trying to calculate the max hit point snow globe and scale to stuff like armor and shields, and I was using the parasitic armor to get armor from my shields. That's why I have shield here. But since Frost rework, you don't even want to build for the snow globe. The snow globe was his only good thing back in the day, so this build is very outdated. This is really updated, and this is just insane. You should definitely try Frost with this build. You also see I have the subsume from Breach Church, so you can get more damage and some more crowd control, even though you already have insane crowd control. For the weapon, I chose the Tenet Glaxion because it has innate cold, and I really like the Ember. I want weapons that I mean, Ember is so fire based, so I use fire weapons, right? And Frost is very cold based because it's literally called Frost, right? And ability is snow. So I really wanted a cold weapon, and this has really great critical chance and decent critical damage. So I just figured this is decent enough for me for Frost, and now I have a use for this weapon. But you can do any weapon you want, especially try finding one with critical chance and critical damage. But you might want to build cold though, because if you're not using your ability, and like if you ran out of mana or something, or or you get drained, then you still want cold, right, to get the critical chance, critical damage. And this weapon also fixes this, so I really like that. Shivering Contagion you can use, or you can just not use it. I think it's funny. Just a cold spread, so you have more crowd control. If you're not gonna use it, then you probably want the magnetic capacity, or you want what is it called, violent acceleration. Since the reach is really nice, you go from 30 to 42 meter beam range, which is kind of huge. So that's probably the best in slot Axilus, and everything else is just great. If you don't have a ribbon, again, magnetic, mod, or violent acceleration. Oh yeah, we also use primary frostbite. You get critical damage and multi-shot when you apply cold status effects, and also if your companion does, but you're gonna do that, so it's fine. Then we have the Nucor, which is really this one. I really like the electrical Nucor. The fire and electrical are really good against armor strip enemies, but I really don't want to use fire when I'm forced. I want to do cold, right? But then electricity it was, and this is the build I use, and this is when you get crit from outside sources and viral from outside sources, because you get critical chance you get critical chance from your ability, right, when you're frozen. So you don't really want to build critical chance on this, and you don't want secondary innovate, so you can have secondary in combat instead. And this is the ribbon I use. If you don't have a ribbon, you can just go animatic agility or Hornet Strike. I think this might actually be better for this, but then you're gonna lose ammo really quick. So it depends on whatever you have. If you want to shoot longer or shoot faster, right? And this is great because you go through a lot of ammo. You can also do Sinister Reach. No, that's not called Sinister Reach. That's called Ruinous Extension. And then you go from 29 to 37 meter beam range. So yeah, that's a good idea too. Then I have the Oh My God, and I love the Oma. It's the Tenet Oma. I even used the normal Oma back in the day, and this has base electricity, and we even mod for more electricity, so we can go melee influence, and we have condition overload because our companion will prime a lot. This is the ribbon I use for more range and critical chance. If you don't have a ribbon, you can just do a prime pressure point or prime reach, but you probably want pressure point. At that point, this weapon has plenty range. I need to format actually. Let's just do that. Wait, can I do that? Yep. So if you want your Axilus, I've been sleeping on these Tenukai, Dreamer's Wrath probably, or Discipline's Merit. That's more. This is more reliable, right? But this is more damage. So it's just take whatever you want. But this gives critical damage. So I think it's. I will say it makes more sense with Frost. You already want more crit. And then the SNOOOOOOW focus skill for energy gains. So another way to fix our energy. And then when you get Arcane Energized proc, the energy is gonna count up. So yep. The Nautilus Prime to group enemies, so it's easier to hit them with your abilities, right? And then they also get cooldown leak, so they can prime for you. So that's just really nice. And then you can just hit them with your melee and the or your Nucor, and then the melee or the Nucor, and then the electricity will chain, which is another good idea to use electricity Nucor. So if the heat cosplay, if the anti-heat, like the cold cosplay, didn't convince you, then this is another reason to use electricity on your Nucor. And we have Tenacious Bond, so you get more critical damage, which is great for this build. You see the companion I use is the Verglas Prime, but you need to have a ribbon, or you won't get enough critical chance to reach above 50% critical chance on the Sentinel weapon, and if you don't have that, you won't get Tenacious Bond. So if you don't have a ribbon, and they are like 600 plat right now, then you need to not use this weapon, and you should probably go. This was called heat. Okay, then you probably should use something like the Prime Laser Rifle, which is 7 elements, which is just bonkers. But this is really bad at shooting enemies, so you're only gonna get priming from the cooldown leak, which is kind of sad. So at that point, you might as well go and use the Duriga, right? Oh god. And now you have Arcarl, which saps enemies, and then with Manifold Bond, your mods from your weapon, all these 7, will get applied from the sap. So you have electricity from the sap, and then you have 7, so that's 8 elements, which is great priming. But I do really want to use the Nautilus a bit too, and I think the grouping is great. But you can just use any of these. I think you can say they're equally good. They just do different things. This is better gun, and the other one more status, right? Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritties. So we have, let's pause these, the abilities to go over. So the wisp ability will blind them, and then when you shoot someone or hit them, you see that when they take damage, it like changes damage, which is kind of nice, especially against armor suit enemies. I like how they keep taking damage because they're burning. That's really neat. Then you have this ability that it's basically just to apply some coal, and you don't use this much. It's nice. It has a lot of range. You see this 53 meter range with a 60 meter angle, and a nice rift too, and it just freezes the enemies. And you see this is really nice for clearing trash enemies basically. Then you have the snow cloak. Okay, and for this we actually need to kill the enemies and unpause them. And then you can see the snow globe. You can stay inside the snow globe, and this can also protect your objectives, which is great. And then the enemies will come shooting, and then the snow globe basically tanks for you. And now the Nautilus pull them inside, so they're gonna get frozen. I mean, that's also kind of nice, right? You see they can shoot through, and that's really great. And now they ruined it, and the new snow globe. And you can see the hit point on the bottom right at the ability icon. You see they're shooting it and loses hit points. So you know when to do a new snow globe, so you can just sit here and camp right. And then the fourth ability. What are they shooting at? Okay, so the fourth ability is Avalanche, which armor strips, and now also gives Overguard for the augment. It's 11,000 Overguard, just like that. Right, and now they have no armor, so you can just go do like this. I mean, great, right? I mean, this has really Revivement Frost. You go in, boom, armor strip. Or not, almost. I need a bit more strength, so we need to put a bit more augment. So if you want to kill enemies really fast, just go in, you use the wisp, and boom, an armor strip, and now they take more crits. I mean, and this Oma is sitting for hundreds and thousands of damage. Let's do it with the Glaxion. Wisp ability, fall, and then you're gonna shoot him. Just stack it up in millions of damage. It's got 77 million damage with the Glaxion. Nah. Well, I don't know if the numbers was beside each other, so it looked really scuffy. Or if that was 77 million, I might have to look that back. It was really hard to see actually. It's kind of annoying, right? It's really hard to see. I believe it was 77 million. Okay, I'm gonna leave like a little note, text message, so you guys will know. I'm really curious. Okay, I won't do that because you guys can just go back and look in the video. I'm so stupid. 6 million. Okay, I believe it was 77 million. But we are about to find out when I upload this. So yeah, that's big. This weapon good. The Nucor is also extremely good against armor strip enemies, and when you have we need to stack it real quick. 16 million Nucor damage. I mean, what in the fuck? And this is a beam weapon? I mean, come on. What is going on? This frame is so stupid. You have so much Overguard. You have armor strip. You have ground control. You have damage. I mean, what in the fuck is going on? 8 million Nucor damage. So like, yeah, that's crowd control, defense for objectives, and crowd control and crit and Overguard. Like, what the fuck? So I think you get it why I'm very satisfied with this Frost build. It's actually busted, insane. This buff, Frost was one of the worst, if not the worst frame next to the pirate, the water guy, the one no one still uses him. What is he called? Oh my god, there's so many. Hydroid, yeah. Hydroid and Frost was so bad. It was so bad for like 7 years or more. He was so damn bad. The only thing was the snow globe and you can defend, but other frames did more. So I mean, he was useless. But now he's like power, like infinite power, right? So yeah, that's just great, right? So good for this buff. He's actually, I think, overpowered at this point. He's like S-tier frame. But that's it for the video. I hope you guys got some inspiration or ideas for your own build. If you don't just straight copy it, which of course you're welcome to do. And now for the fashion frame, you can just leak now if you don't want to watch the fashion. But we have the Frost heirloom and the skin, helmet and skin, and the Ash Noble animation. I think this looks really cool on him. He's like a cool frozen teal guy. He's a teal guy, get it? And the attachments, you have the Gasol chestplate and the Frost heirloom, and the ears prime spurs, and the ears prime spurs. Right ears, left ears prime spurs. No auxiliary, vengeful chill for more snow effect. Frost heirloom signa. And the color is just copy. For the main, I'll show the colors in a bit. The Shundana is the Naru Shundana. I mean, this looks kind of cool on him. You can use any you want. I mean, this looks great too, right? I mean, it just looks a bit weird. It looks like ghosts coming out of it. But I think with a lot of great options. Copy. That's because I didn't have format at the time. So primary, this ice, ice, get it? Because first, oh god. Secondary, you have this very dark blue. It's not black. It's I believe this is a blue. It is a blue, yeah. But it's almost black. And then we have this tertiary. Smoke from the bottom, 5 up in the middle. And this accent, smoke. So you go 9 down, I believe, yeah, 9 down from the first row. And then this gray. And then the whites again, the ice, and that's just the rest of them. See the rest of them, the whites, yep. So there you have it. I hope you guys like this. So, yep. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace out.